Howdy everybody, this is B.Jr. and B.Jr.'s Movie Cave on the Endurance Productions YouTube channel. This is a table, the wooden table. Yes, we are back again for a reviewage of a new Blu-ray release from Scream Factory a la Shout Factory, or aka Shout Factory, who is putting out some of the best horror Blu-rays right now at this given time. I have for you today, for your viewing pleasure, the new release of the Funhouse Collector's Blu-ray Edition. Yeah, check out that awesome new cover art, guys. As with all the other ones, I understand they do have the reversible cover art in this newly commissioned artwork. And it's got a little sticker there. Look at that special. Oh, isn't it special? Yeah. Pay to get in, pray to get out. Love it, guys. Check that out. This is the way you do newly commissioned artwork. You keep, same titles. You pick out little parts of the movie and you actually do what looks like a painted design. Isn't that grand? Check that out, guys. Here's the back cover, guys. Special features. Get more into that in just a moment. As with always, they have these reversible cover arts, which it seems to be the customary thing to do now, is to just reverse that on the inside so you can have, haha, the best of both worlds. See? Check it, check it. I do like the fact that they retained the original cover art with a jack-in-the-box. Remember that from the VHS days, and the original logo there. They put the tagline at the top, of course. The only thing I have this thing about Tobe Hooper. He's a hit-and-miss director, yes, in my opinion. They always go back and put this on everything that they re-release. From the director who brought you the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We know he did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, guys. That's the only minor gripe, though, because this is an awesome edition. Let's get into the special features, guys, and then I'll go over the sound and picture quality. What we have here is an audio commentary with director Tobe Hooper, moderated by filmmaker Tim Sullivan, interview with executive producer Mark L. Lester, who's also an accomplished director. As a side note, he did Commando, Class of 1984, a whole bunch of films, and composer John Beal, who did an awesome orchestral score for this movie that I've always thought just really fit the movie great. Audio interview with actor William Finley, who has sadly passed away, I believe, this past year, and may he rest in peace. He is the quirky, the weird guy who was the magician. He has a small role in this movie. There he is right there. He starred in a bunch of 70s and 80s movies. He was also in Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive as the crazy husband in that film. Anyway, back to the special features. We also have a theatrical trailer, TV spots, and more. There's some other tidbits on there. I think some photos, things of that nature. I can't really remember for sure, but I think that's what else is on there. Here's the disc art, which retains the original one-sheet theatrical art from the film. Another good little tidbit there for you. Let's pop this out. And again, just to kind of show you, they have the newly commissioned artwork on the other side. I'm not going to pull that out. Nothing really different as far as special features. There are some different stills on the back cover there. I love how they give you some options there. If you don't like one artwork, you can switch it out. Or do like I've done, have the best of both. I think they're both pretty cool in my opinion. Now, if you don't know the story of the Funhouse, basically, and it's not unheard of for people not to know about the Funhouse. It's not one of Tobe Hooper's most well-known movies. It was a hit. It was a $3 million movie who made its money back and more. And I don't know how much of a hit it was on U.S. home video, because there was a time in there in between VHS and DVD where I think it went out of print for just a little while, just a couple years, and it was a little hard to find there in the late 90s, I think it was. But anyway, the story of the Funhouse is basically, you got your kids here. There's two couples who basically stow away in the funhouse of a local carnival, who is reputed to have a real bad reputation of missing children and things like that. That's followed it around, and all the parents of the movie are kind of really the non-caring parents that you would, you hope to see in these weird offbeat horror movies. Starts out like a slasher film, then it becomes so much more. It's basically a kind of a creature feature, Frankenstein-esque monster feature at that point, probably about the end of the first act on in the film. Of course, the Funhouse is kind of like the nucleus of the movie, where they all they hide in the Funhouse at night. They're going to spend the whole night in there, kind of pull an all-nighter, and hijinks ensue. I don't want to ruin it if you've never seen the Funhouse. You owe it to yourself. It's one of Tobe Hooper's best, next to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of his hits in a long line of misses that he's made in the last few years. So, I think it came out in 1981. This, in my opinion, is a horror classic. It's become one over time. It wasn't an instant classic or anything, but I do remember it from the VHS days, and it's stood the test of time. Obviously, if it's finally getting finally a company with balls like Shout Factory is hearing the call of the fans, and they're putting out excellent special editions. These are the special editions that I want to buy. I don't want those press junket, just thrown together kind of clip art kind of mess that a lot of the major studios are putting out. These are the ones, by God, that I want to buy. So anyway, this has been the ramshackle review of the story. Basically, the picture and sound quality, we're finally at the verdict here, guys. On a 5-star scale, I would probably give the picture quality of the Funhouse a solid, mind you, 3.5 on a 5-star scale. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it does look great. This is the best way to view this movie, this little old classic from yesteryear. Hands down, this is the best way. Forget DVD, forget Laserdisc, any other prior release of this film. This is the one you want to buy. They did leave a lot of natural grain in this film, and I don't mean it's like nasty looking grain. It's natural grain. Now, what I mean by that is, it looks gritty, it looks dirty when it needs to. That's the difference between just grain that shouldn't be there and tears on the film, things like that. This has been cleaned up as much as it possibly could be, it looks like, but they've left the natural look. It feels more like you're watching a 35mm film, if that makes any sense whatsoever. That's the way it feels when you're watching it. The sound quality, again, is on a 5-star scale, a solid 3.5. I thought they really tricked out the sound effects in the Funhouse really well, and they also gave credence to or gave special treatment to the awesome orchestral score that has been done by John Beal. I think they have an interview with John Beal as well that wasn't noted on the special features back there. That's one of the and more portion of it, but there's a little featurette with him when he's describing how he couldn't believe that everybody still remembers they don't remember the gore in the film. They don't remember a whole lot about the monster a lot of times, but they remember his score from the movie, and they're using his score from this little film as a teaching tool at the university that he visited a couple times. So anyway, that was just a side note. Buy this, buy this, buy this. I can highly recommend it, guys. You won't be sorry. If you're a fan of this film or fan of Tobe Hooper films, you'll definitely want to get this one. This is the one to buy and own for years to come. Rock on, dudes. This has been your ramshackle overview of the new collector's Blu-ray edition of the Funhouse. Have a happy Halloween and stay safe. Bye.